Hey terrainiacs, Mel the Terrain Tutor back in the Art studio. Now we've been talking a lot about studios, and those of you who've been following the channel will know that we've had a lot of ups and downs, and we are in the middle of a move. We are leaving what has been our very first studio, and moving to our very first dedicated studio with a lease and everything. It's getting rather serious and proper, you know what I mean? A little bit concerning, but you know, Mel's a relatively happy chappy. And so what I thought I'd do is, you know, I don't just do tutorials on this channel, you know, I'm very much the train tutor. You guys see what's going on in my life with the kids and cares and all that sort of stuff. And so it seems fitting that, you know, we give, you know, my little corner here a proper goodbye, and we say a proper hello, you know, to the new studio before we really get stuck into the terrain again. And we've got terrain to get stuck into. It's here. It's here, you know, and it needs getting stuck into, but for that we really need to get into a studio where I've got 24-hour access, and that's been the crux of the issue here. You know, it's been a brilliant space, and the folks over at Art, if you don't know what Art is, it's a creative arts company. Yeah, they make art things happen. Yeah, they're very good at logistics and organising and that sort of stuff, and yeah, they're really good at it. I mean, they've helped me out. I mean, they've bent over backwards to help me. But the problem is that it's a 9 to 5, Monday to Friday facility. And you guys know, you know, I'm a dad 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. You know, we do terrain in the evenings. Yeah, and so I needed a studio. And that's why we're moving to the old place. But before we move to the old place, I think it's only fitting, you know, you have a look and meet some of the people. You know, I've been sharing my adventure into becoming an artisan with. Yeah, bunch of artists, the first bunch of artists I've ever met before, and they've been so welcoming. Yeah, they really have. And there's someone coming out, and you know me, I came from a medical background, a business background, you know, not a military background. Yeah, so becoming an artisan was really, you know, it's a curveball, but they've been so welcoming and supportive, yeah. And they've certainly helped me bud on. So, tell you what guys, let me show, first off, yeah, I've often gone on about them baking bread. So let's go down to the studio, not the studio, the bakery, and I'll show you where they bake bread. And you can meet some of the characters. Come on. Okay guys, we're in one of their main art workshops, and I'll show you some of the things I see as I walk through. That's the blue lady, right there. Yeah? Now this is the way I go to the kitchen to get my brews. Yeah, so we're just going to run through, and we're going to go through the lovely smelling bakery. Come on. There's virtually no one here, it's empty. They've done all their baking. Hey bud, doing my film for my YouTube. Say hi.
Hello.
Yeah. So, this is their bakery, okay? And this is what's been teasing me every Thursday while I've been working on terrain. The smell of this lot baking is absolutely gorgeous. It's mouth-watering, yeah? And there's their shiny baking sort of oven thing. Now basically they've got this bit of a project. It's like a common bakery where they all group together and make bread in the community for the community. And it's really taking off, isn't it?
Yeah, no, we could go over 70 loaves today.
Over 70 loaves?
Yeah.
How many, what shall it? I mean, Ollie was saying you're doing about 200 individual orders across, you know, here.
Yeah.
Really taking off, which is really cool. Yeah? Right, let's go upstairs and meet the bosses. Come on. Yeah, look at this. This is what I get, you know, when you're around on a Thursday, they have these organic lunches. They're bloody lovely. Right, come on, upstairs. Right, this is upstairs. This is the common area. The kitchen's over there, and these very important people are having meetings, so we'll leave them alone. Yeah, but this is where I come and relax. Yeah, coming through. This is the Creative Commons area. This is where my mate Ollie mainly does all his stuff. Yeah, he does all this sort of stuff. And he's got a 3D printer as well. How cool. Loads. I mean, look, yeah, you know you're in the right place when there's a massive tub of Lego on an office desk. Yeah, going through this way, we get to their main offices. Yeah, and I'm guessing, yeah, is there a Hillary in here? No, she's done one. Yeah, this is main offices. This is where all the organising goes on. Yeah, lots and lots of stuff going on. It's like in Aladdin's cave. Yeah, and then this is sort of their staff room area. Yeah, don't really like hanging around in here. Right, so this is where I've been working, guys, yeah? These guys have made me feel incredibly welcome and incredibly supportive of what I've done. Yeah, but it's time to move. Now, before we move, I just want to have a quick chat with my man Trev. Trev's an awesome guy, yeah? I think he knows Gandalf and Picard, you know, he's Royal Shakespeare Company and that sort of stuff. Yeah, so we'll have a quick chat and just let him explain what B-Arts is really about, because, you know, I've done a bit of a hatchet job on it. Yeah, and then it's off to the new studio, guys. All right, so let's go have a word with Trev. Right, guys, I've managed to grab a couple of minutes with the main man, Trev. Okay, yeah, Trev was the first sort of boss I met when coming to look at the place and sold me on the place. So I've talked a lot about B-Arts on my live shows and that sort of stuff, but what is B-Arts? What do you actually do? Because I see you doing lots, but I never really grasp on what you actually do.
Okay, we are an arts organisation, so we do creative projects in lots of different media. We do it in film, we do it in theatre, we do it in lantern making. We tend to work not in theatres or art galleries, but on the streets, in parks, in...
Sorry. Sorry, guys. It's all right, keep going.
In parks, in disused buildings, so places where people might be, shopping centres,
right.
Rather than asking them to come to an art centre, because often people are quite nervous of doing that. And the work that we make tends to be work not that we make it and then we show it, but that we'll go out and we'll run workshops and we'll have projects where people can make the work themselves.
So you're very much enablers in the art world, would you say? You help people make arts as well as producing arts yourself?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we are artists, so that's what we do. But we are interested in the city. So we've been in Stoke and North Staffordshire for nearly 30 years. We've seen lots of changes. We think Stoke's on the up, but we're passionate about making it a more interesting place, a better place to live and work in. So that takes us into all kinds of strange areas. As Mel may have already told you, we run a community bakery.
Yeah.
So once a week, actually today's bake day.
Murder the smell is.
Murder on the waistline, all those.
It certainly is.
But very good for you. So we've done baking projects all over the city, and we're currently talking to one of the MPs about how our work can help tackle holiday hunger for children in the summer holidays who, because they normally eat at school, obviously in the school holidays they don't. So if their parents haven't got enough money, aren't organised, sometimes they don't eat very well. So holiday hunger is a big thing in the city, and that's a classic example of how we bring, hopefully, arts together, cooking and baking together, and we make the city a better place. So one of the things that we have done, and how we met Mel, is Common Space, which is a very simple idea. It's just a very flexible, low-cost opportunity to get out your bedroom and maybe take your first step into having a creative space.
Well, that's exactly what's happened with me, guys. I mean, I came to see Trev, at the start of the year, just a bit after that. You know, and they were flexible because they don't actually do studios here, but they found me some space. You know, we got the D-Day board built, and I would never have taken the leap to Spode, yeah, if I hadn't first come here and realised it's doable.
Yeah, and that's absolutely the philosophy of the space, that it's when you're ready to move out of your bedroom or your kitchen, but you're not ready to sign a year's lease, to take on the utilities, all those things that actually are about renting your own studio. You know, you pay us a daily or a weekly or a monthly fee according to how much you use it, and it's just like a gym, you know, hopefully better than a gym, because they have those awful contracts that you can't get out of.
To be truthful, I mean, it's been great. I've got to say, guys, it's been really good working with the guys here at B-Arts. Now, first off, well, ultimately, Trev, thank you very much.
No, thanks, Mel. It's been a pleasure having you.
Yeah, I won't be a stranger because I am only literally 2 minutes down the road by walking, and the smell still permeates all the way down to Spode when they're baking.
We'll see you once a week.
Oh, you certainly will. You certainly will. So, with that in mind, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to say goodbye to B-Arts. We're going to head down to Spode to start the next part of our little adventure in this old terrain malarkey. So, let's crack on, eh? Okay guys, this is second day of moving in. Yeah, a bit of a lot going on, you know what I mean? We're setting up and getting everything down here. We're at the Spode site, and the Spode is a 10-acre site, slap bang factory site, and old pottery slap bang in the middle of of Stoke. Now, Mel's a bit sweaty right now. Yeah, those stairs lead up to the studio, which eventually lead up to right up there. Yeah, which is where my studio is. So, do you want to come see it? Let's go. That's it. Right, I'm down here, but very quickly. This is Ed's room. Yeah, Ed makes moulds. He knows what crystal is. He's a top bloke as well, so I think we're going to become good friends. And I've just wandered straight in. Here you go, guys. Yeah, if you wondered where the terrain tutor's going, this is where I'm going. Oh, I'm knackered. Look at my view. Yeah, the building actually dates back to 1770, which is why it's sort of eclectic. But I've got a room, I've just measured it, it is 15 foot by 11 foot, which is perfect for what we need. And we're here, guys, you know what I mean? I mean, it is just a room. I've got to get it all set up. And I know this is probably the worst video ever. So let's get this set up on a tripod. That's better. Mel's a bit of a sticky boy. Got a bit of an echo in here, so we're going to have a look at how we do this with filming and all that sort of stuff. New studio, new challenges, but above all, I've taken a lease on an artistic studio. You know what I mean? Wow, simple as. Normally at the end of my videos, you know, I reach out to you guys and, you know, I tell you about the dream and, you know, I ask you to support me on Patreon or PayPal and that sort of stuff. And this time, I'm not going to. Yeah? First I want to, a quick apology and a quick explanation. First an apology, we haven't done much terrain this past month. Yeah, because obviously we've had a fundraiser, we've had the realisation that we need to move out of the arts and find somewhere which, you know, we can work in the evenings. Finding this place, getting this place, moving into this place. Yeah. It's been a lot of what's going on in the background, especially with channel logos and all that sort of stuff. And I came to realise, you know, that actually it's been sort of like that the whole way through. I mean, we've done tons of terrain, and now we're in here, you know, we're going to be doing a lot more terrain, trust me. Yeah, it's going to make it so much easier. But all the way along, I've sort of included you guys in this adventure, you know, from, you know, when I first had my nervous breakdown and, you know, ran away from the corporate world and became, you know, a YouTuber, to finding out I was an artist, to discovering I'm actually an artisan, to getting into B-arts, yeah, and all the, I mean, you've seen me at my highest and you've seen me at my lowest, guys, yeah, and I've come to realise that the Terrain Tutor isn't just a channel about terrain tutors, it's me, the Terrain Tutor, warts and all. You know my kids, you know the wife, I think you've met most of the family, to be perfectly honest, at some point, yeah. And just to be clear, even though we're in a studio, yeah, we're not losing the home touch. Yeah, I'm going to be having a long conversation on that, because it's a bit of a long conversation, so I'm going to do it on Sunday night, yeah? So if you fancy finding out what my thoughts are and what the plans are for this sort of stuff, and actually helping me figure this all out, yeah, with the logistics and setup and that sort of stuff, jump on the Sunday nighter. But above all, this channel is about me and my adventure and sharing my passion of terrain with you. And I couldn't have got anywhere close to this far, never mind this far, without your help. Simple. Yeah? And what I mean by that is not just your financial support to those guys who sign up to, you know, to you patrons who sign up via Patreon, to you patrons who, you know, who've sent donations, who've sent gifts, and to you guys who who've just got in the comments, you know, and supported me in the comments. Because this whole adventure has not only been a financial challenge, okay, it's been an emotional one. Yeah, you've got to remember I started this, you know, in the middle of a hell of a nervous wreck as a way of rehabbing and doing something of worth. And with your help and your support, You know, I've created a new life for me and I've never been happier. So, to all my patrons, yeah, whether you donate monthly, once off, whether you comment, because you are my patrons, you are my supporters, yeah, to all of you, I'm just going to leave it with, you know, a simple thank you. Really, thank you. Yeah? Now, along with that realisation and the realisation that this channel is very much about me as well as terrain, you know, there's also the acknowledgement that I am really coming to realise that I work for you guys, yeah? So, we're in a new setup where we can work through the night, where we have space, yeah, where I don't have to worry about bringing things backwards and forwards, where I can change and bring furniture in. Yeah, so we are going to monster it because I'm going to do it for you. So guys, to this point, to all of you, thank you for your support. Really, your financial support, your emotional support, and just jumping in the chats with me. All of it, thank you. Yeah, here's to the future, and I'll tell you now, hold on your tats, because terrain's going to be coming thick and fast, because I'm in a building mood now. So guys, I'm going to leave it at that. No more thank yous. Like, you know, I have a tendency to ramble. Yeah, I'm hot and sticky. I need to go find a drink because I need a drink. There's milkshakes around the corner. They're rather posh. Yeah, and no doubt you'll find out more about this place and what's been going on and what my plans are and my thoughts, because I'm going to be bouncing ideas off you guys on the live show Sunday night, 9 o'clock UK time. Yeah. So, I'll just see you then, guys. Look after yourself, yeah? See you on the show. Ta-da.